running.
There is blood, gore, hence violent news. Just want to make sure my audio is okay.
What's up, folks? Welcome back to another tabletop adventure here at Digital Woods. We're still feeling a bit under the weather, so we might sound a little stuffy, but we still want to get out some games for you guys. So today we have a 1,000 point battle between DeathWatch
and Genestealer Cult and friends.
So let's get to our armies and get to the action as quick as we can.
Woo! Alright, so here's going to be my near 1,000 points of Genestealer Cult and Tyrannid. So for my Genestealer Cult, I'm going to be bringing the Bladed Cog in the form of a battalion detachment. Starting off with that in my HQ category with my Warlord, I'm bringing a Magus with all of his standard war gear, and he's also going to be bringing two Familiars. His psychic powers are going to be Mind Control and Mass Hypnosis. And his Warlord trait is, of course, going to be Shadow Stalker, because being harder to hit is always fantastic. Next up in the HQ train is going to be my Primus with all of his standard kit. And he is going to be upgraded with the Relic, Mark of the Clawed Omnissiah. That's it for him. And now on to troops, where I'm bringing three identical 10-man groups of Neophyte hybrids that are all going to be carrying autoguns and two mining lasers per group. Past that, on to elites, where I'm bringing a single Sanctus with his silencer sniper rifle, trying it out, seeing how it works. And past that, on to heavy support, where I'm bringing a Cult Leman Russ, upgraded with a battle cannon, a las cannon, two multi-meltas, and one storm bolter. So that should be fun. And lastly, for my army, my patrol detachment of Kraken Tyrannids, with just one Broodlord and a group of 20 Genestealers, all carrying Rending Claws. So, there we go. That's my list.
Okay, folks, this is going to be my 1,001 points of DeathWatch. It is going to be a battalion detachment that I'm running today, and jumping straight into my HQ choices, and more specifically my Warlord. It is a Watchmaster armed with a Guardian Spear, Frag and Crack Grenades, and he will have the Warlord trait Warden's Eternal, which basically gives a buff, area buff of 6 Upfield Pains, and he will have the Relic, the Oasis Key, which is kind of a neat little thing. I looked through most of the DeathWatch relics and I wasn't a fan of most of them, and this one I thought might be mildly entertaining. Moving on from that to my second HQ choice, which is a Librarian, who will be armed with a Force Stave and Bolt Pistol, and of course Frag and Crack Grenades. And he will also be taking the Psychic Powers, Might of Heroes, and Veil of Time. Moving on to that, to my troop choices, I have two Intercessor squads. They're 5-man regular Intercessors with bolt rifles, and in each squad there's going to be one Hellblaster armed with an Assault Plasma. From there, moving on to my third troop choice, I have a group of Veterans, and they are going to be a 8-man squad, well, technically 9-man squad, but 8-man squad of Veterans, one of which is going to be a Sergeant, one of them is going to be a Black Shield. I have to mention that because they are treated differently in DeathWatch. And the 9th member of the squad is a Terminator. From that, in the squad, there's going to be 4 DeathWatch frag cannons, 2 dudes carrying regular bolt guns, and then the Sergeant and the Black Shield are both going to be carrying Storm Shields and Stalker Pattern bolt rifles. From that to elite choices, I have a squad of 6 Terminators. In that squad, there are 4 Stormbolters. One of those Stormbolter guys is going to be carrying the Cyclone Missile Launcher. There's also going to be an Assault Cannon in that squad. And there's also going to be a Thunderhammer Storm Shield Terminator in that squad. And basically everyone else in that squad is going to be carrying a Power Fist to go with their Stormbolters. Unless it's the Assault Cannon guy who will also have a Power Fist. And I do believe there is also one power sword in that unit. Finishing off my elite choices, there is one Primus Apothecary running his standard equipment with his 2 unique pistols, and of course those grenades. And I do believe that makes up 1,001 points of DeathWatch. Alright folks, here we are deployed for the Maelstrom of War mission from the 2019 chapter approved book called Critical Objective. In this one, as with, I think, almost all of the Maelstrom of War missions, there are 6 objective markers scattered around the map. And on the player's turn, they generate 3 tactical objectives. But, however, we are doing it slightly different using the Schemes of War thing, where beforehand, you draw 5 cards, and you can choose which ones to put down, and you keep the remainder in your hand as the things progress, and you draw back up to fill your hand. To go over, we rolled off to see who was be attacker and defender. I wanted to roll off. I chose to be defender so I could get the side that had 3 objectives on it and the most amount of cover.
Yep.
There's no sudden death on this mission because acceptable casualties is in play. And the unique twist for this one is at the start of each player's turn, before they put any tactical objectives into play, they can select a tactical objective that has been discarded and put it back in their objective deck. I mean,
Which is fair enough.
yeah, it could be good, could be bad.
Could be meh.
Yeah, that's not a huge deal. In addition to that, there's still the standard Slay the Warlord for a stricken line breaker. So at the moment, Mike will be going first unless I can seize the initiative on a 6. I do not.
Nope. So it will be
Genestealer Cult turn 1. I do have my Terminators and Deep Strike.
fair enough. All right, so turn 1 for Genestealer Cult. I've already grabbed 5 cards from my deck into my hand and ordered them so that it's easier for me to do it one-handed. So my first 3 objectives are going to be Secure Objective 2, Secure Objective 3, and Secure Objective 5. You can't quite see them because they're covered in glare, but I assure you that's what they are. All right, so at the end, or before movement, during deployment, here is where I am deployed for all of my models. Just kind of setting up near my objective, Secure Objective 3 over there, getting the main bulk of my Genestealers in the middle, tank getting ready to move up and Secure Objective 2, and the Genestealers ready to rush themselves up the board. Maybe get 5 on turn 1. Don't know. Outside of that, on the movement. Alright, so turn 1 movement for Genestealer Cult. Starting from left to right, I had the Lehman Russ just shift up just a little bit. Unfortunately, it got out of its half move, so it won't be able to shoot twice. But it did secure Objective 2. My Genestealers all moved in advance forward, getting 5 inches and 2 inches for the Broodlord, or 3 inches for the Broodlord. Not quite as nice, but it's good. It works. My Sanctus stayed where he was, getting ready to snipe at whatever he may. My 3 groups right there just moved forward, getting ready to throw in some shots from the mining lasers, and then moving forward afterwards. This group just kind of shifted over, both advancing, just getting over to that objective and kind of starting to secure that building. Outside of that, onto Psychic Phase, where it's going to be rather simple. I am not doing anything with the Magus, and I'm going to be casting Catalyst. Oh, by the way, I think I forgot to say what his psychic powers were during the intro, so he just knows Catalyst. Catalyst and Smite. So he's going to be casting Catalyst on the Genestealers themselves. And I believe that is a Warp Charge 6. So, here we go. That's a 3. And this is rather important, so the first command point of the session.
Second one.
That's a 5. Now I have to check to see if it's I'm almost positive it's a 6.
Almost positive.
Alright, so unfortunately a 5 doesn't do it. It was, in fact, a warp charge of 6, but I can be hopeful. So with Psychic out of the way, I'm just going to move right on to shooting, where I think I'll start with this group over here. Alright, so starting off the shooting phase is going to be this group right here. Unfortunately, only 6 have line of sight and line of effect, or range. So it's going to be 2 mining lasers and 4 auto guns. I'll do the mining lasers first, and all the shots are just going to be going into that front group controlling the building.
My veterans.
Your veterans. So, starting off, it's going to be 2 mining laser shots, hitting on 4s for 1 hit, 1 miss. And then that's going to be wounding on 2s for 2.
Well, 1, but...
Well, yes.
All right. I have 2 separate storm shields in that unit, so I'll start off with the black shield, taking it. He has a 3-up invul with a storm shield. He makes it.
Alright. And then my 4 shots from the auto guns, hitting on 4s.
1.
For 1. And then wounding on 5s. Wounds.
I'm going to take it on one of the 2 regular veterans with a bolt gun, because everything in the unit will have a 2-up save at the moment.
Ow.
I fail.
Oh.
6-up, feel no pain.
I can't see what that is.
It's a 3, so
Okay.
one of the regular will go down.
Yay! So next up is going to be the Sanctus. Is going to be firing off at that group in the building. He's got 1 shot with his silencer sniper rifle. He's going to be hitting on 2s. Hits with a 5.
Wounding on 4s.
Wounding on 4s, but 6s matter.
5.
Wounds. AP -1, and you do not get cover.
Putting on the black shield with his 3-up invul. I fail. Wow. Okay, game.
Command point?
This does Z3, right?
This does D3.
I'm gonna take it.
All right.
Do your D3.
D3. That's 3.
Okay. Well. 6-up, feel no pains. He goes down.
All right. All right, so finishing off the shooting phase of Genestealer Cult is going to be the Cult Lehman Russ, firing everything it has that is in range at the same unit I've been firing at, which is just going to be the Battle Cannon and the Las Cannon. Unfortunately, the Multi-Meltas and the Storm Bolter are out of range. So starting with the Battle Cannon, it's going to be D6 number of shots for 2. Fair enough. And it's going to be hitting on 4s. For 1 hit, 1 miss.
Wounding on 2.
Wounding on a 2. Wounds.
Gonna take it on my sergeant. 3-up invul for his storm shield. Made that one.
All right. And then 1 shot from the Las Cannon, hitting on 4s.
5s.
5s.
It's a heavy weapon and you moved. And you're not an infantry
And
choice.
I'm not an infantry choice. Fair enough.
You still missed them anyway.
Yep. And that's going to be it for Genestealer Cult turn 1. I have nothing to charge and don't need to make any morales. At the end of my turn, I managed to secure objective 2, and I managed to secure objective 3 over here.
Okay, going into turn 1 for DeathWatch. For my cards, I drew my first 5. I didn't actually like for my current situation, so I discarded and drew the first 4, the next 4. But hey, these aren't particularly great either. We'll see what happens. First off is going to be number 12 for the DeathWatch. That one is called the Long Vigil. Roll a d6, and if I hold that particular objective for 3 consecutive turns, I get 3 victory points.
Nice.
So here's hoping it's one of the 3 in my deployment area. A 4, which is the center one where my forces are. Up next, I have no prisoners, kill some stuff, and then assassinate.
Fair enough.
Turn 1 for DeathWatch is going to be deal with the Genestealers.
Fair enough.
So my interceptor squad, not my intercessor squad here moved around, getting within their max range-ish to get some shots in with them. Repositioned a little bit up there to keep coherency, didn't move any of my characters. And then on my right-hand flank, moved everyone out of line of sights so I can keep the long vigil, because that is number 4, not the middle one.
Yes.
And a little mix up there. So with that being done, onto the psychic phase, where the only psychic power I'm going to cast is Smite.
Fair.
So go ahead and smite the Genestealers. That's enough for a D3. For 3.
All right, well, 3 dead.
Before we move on to do anything else, I realized I forgot to do my Apothecary's 4-up heal check. On a 4-up, he can bring back 1 model to the unit. So, he does. And I'm going to bring back that black shield.
Fair enough.
And the best part is I can stick him, like, anywhere I really want.
Yeah.
So, okay. With that being done, I'm going to go on to the shooting. Starting off with these guys, I'm going to go ahead and do their Hellfire rounds, as they have special ammunition. And go ahead and shoot those Genestealers. Be looking for 3s to hit. I'm outside of rapid fire range, obviously. And I'm going to be looking for 3s to hit. All hit. Hellfire rounds, unless you are a vehicle, I always wound on 2s.
Fair enough.
So that's going to be 4, but because of my tactic, and that is a troop choice, I get to reroll 1s to wound it. So all wound. 5 wounds.
All right, AP.
It doesn't
5 up
matter.
invols.
Yeah, you have a 5 up invol.
All right, looking for 5 up invols, which I made 3.
4.
What? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I thought that was a 4.
No, that is a 4.
I thought it was a 5.
Fair enough. All right, so made 3, 2 die.
Okay, up next to shoot is going to be this veteran squad. I'm going to once again use Hellfire rounds for their shooting. Kind of reduces the number of shots that I could put in, but those wounding on 2s kind of hopefully will make up the difference. So let's start off with the 2 Stalker pattern bolt rifles. These are going to be hitting on 4s, but because they're near the Watchmaster, we roll all to hit. Both hit anyway. Wounding on 2s, re-rolling to wound because you have the troop choice. So 2 wounds. AP doesn't really matter.
Nope. 2 5-ups. Made 1, failed 1.
Nope. Up next is going to be the 3-shot split between the 1 bolt gun and the 1 storm bolter. Once again, doesn't really matter, but these are hitting on 3s. We're rolling all to hit because nearby Watchmaster. All hit. Wounding on 2s because Hellfire rounds. 2 wounds, and then re-rolling 1s because of the troop choice tactic. So 3 more.
And 3 more hopeful 5-ups. Made 2, failed 1.
All right, and then 8 shots from the 4 frag DeathWatch frag launchers. Looking for 3s to hit. Rerolling all to hit. Nope. So 7 hits so far. These does not count as a bolt class weapon, so it doesn't get special ammunition. So it is, however, strength 7, so 3s to wound. 1 failed wound, and you do have the troop choice characteristic, so got 1 back. 5 more.
5 5-ups. Making 1. It's a lot of 4s, though.
Okay, and with that shooting being done, that is going to be the end of my turn. I don't score any of my objectives yet. I'm going to keep on to all 3, considering one of them is very easy to get, and I've already started one, and the other one is just kill characters.
Yep.
So, we'll see how well that works out. So, started the long vigil on objective 4, so end of my turn.
Alright, so Genestealer's turn 2. I already pulled my 5 cards and set them up so that I can pull my new 2 active cards. So, my first is going to be Supremacy. All I need is 1 more objective to hold. And my second is going to be Witch Hunter, which kills 1 psyker that's all the way in the back there, somewhere. Alright, so movement for turn 2. Genestealers. Didn't move my Lehman Russ, moved and advanced all of my Genestealers forward and the Broodlord. I actually moved my Sanctus up forward just a little bit, trying to get more of a line of shot on his characters, on Tom's characters, but not quite making it there this turn. I had the far back group move and advance forward, getting the objective, and the forward group just kind of moving forward to get some shots in. And the Magos also just stayed with the groups. Back here, I had the group just kind of more secure that area, along with the Primus, just kind of sitting up there, still holding objective 3. So, I've got basically one psychic power I'm going to be casting this turn. Tom will obviously be able to deny this turn. It is going to be Catalyst on the Genestealers. So that's going to be a warp charge of 6, once again, which I get a 5, which it doesn't matter, and once again I'm going to be spending a command point because this is rather important. There we go, an 8.
I'm obviously going to attempt to deny.
With a 3.
Yeah, I can't command point reroll it to make it better than that.
Alright.
8. Oh well.
Alright, so starting off the shooting phase with this front group of neophyte hybrids, firing at the same targets as before. Alright, so I'm going to start off with the mining lasers. That's the 2 up front. 2 shots, hitting on 4s.
1 hit.
1 hit, 1 miss. Wounding on 2s. Wounds.
Taking it on the black shield, 3 up invul. I fail it yet again. Do your D3.
Alright. D3 damage. For 1.
6 up, feel no pain. Still fail it.
Okay, but he's still up. Oh, he has...
Yep, 1 wound.
Oh, fair enough. And with the 2 mining lasers out of the way, I've got 5 autoguns that are in range and can see. So 5 shots hitting on 4s. For 1. And then wounding on 5s. No. Alrighty then. Then I'm going to have the Sanctus fire in. Because of the Cult Creed, he can move and fire heavy weapons, and he's fine. So, hitting on a 2. Oh, he's shooting at the same group. Hitting on a 2. Hits. Wounding on a 4. 6s matter. 6s matter. 1 mortal wound and a standard wound.
Let's take care of the 6 up, feel no pain. I'll be putting it on the regular guy first. No, so regular guy goes down. And that is AP minus 2 or whatever, correct?
Yeah, I think...
And I don't get cover, so I'll be putting it on the 3 up invul from the Storm Shield on the Sergeant.
I can't see that dice, but it's a 2.
Command point reroll. Failed it again.
Alright. So next up in the shooting phase is going to be the Cult Lehman Russ, firing at the same group over there. 2 shots, or 2d6 number of shots from its battle cannon, because it did not move because of grinding advance. So that's going to be 8 shots. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's going to be 8 shots hitting on 4s. For 3. 1, 2, and 3. And it has no kind of re-rolling anything. And that's going to be wounding on 2s with these, which all 3 wound.
AP minus 2, effectively AP minus 1. I'm going to take it on the Terminator 1 at a time. So 3 up save. Second one, 3 up. Made, 3 up. Okay, the guys with Storm Shields and 2 up saves can't make a single save.
And last shot of my shooting phase is going to be the last cannon, still going to the same group. So 1 shot hitting on a 4, because he didn't move this time. Whoop, ready to go. Right there. Hits. And that's going to be wounding on a 2 as well. For a wound.
Terminator 5 up invul, because your AP is going to be 3, effectively 2. Actually, a 4 up save. 4 up save. Failed it. No command point reroll.
D6 damage.
Yep, he's got 2 wounds.
For 5.
6 up, feel no pains. He's super dead.
Alright. And with that done, on to charges to declare or I'm going to declare my Genestealers into that group in the front.
All right, firing Overwatch. My last remaining 4 guys are my Fragstorm launcher guys. So that's going to be 8d6 number of automatic hitting shots.
Oh, I see why I didn't pull from them first.
So 8d6. 10, 20, 7, 11, so 31 shots.
Ow.
Okay, and before I roll these dice, I'm spending 2 command points on Furrow Doctoring, which basically just adds 1 to all wound rolls against the troop choice that I'm attacking.
Fair enough.
So these strength 6 weapons versus your tough 4 are now going to be wounding on 2s, and you are the troop choice, so I'll be re-rolling 1s to wound. And these automatically already hit, so looking for 2s to wound, re-rolling 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1s. Re-rolled into 5 more hits. So 30. Oop, there's a 1 here.
Did you say those already, they automatically hit?
Yep.
So
the
these
flamers.
are all the wound.
These are all the wound.
Those are all flamers.
Yep.
Oh!
So 31 wounds with AP -1.
Oh. They are wounding on 2s?
Yep, their strength 6 versus your 4, so 3. I spent 2 points, so they add
Yep.
1 to wound rolls.
Yep. Alright. Goodbye, Genestealers. I think the Broodlord's going to hide behind some kind of cover for the rest of the game. I need dice. Alright, so that's going to be 31 5-ups I have to make. I did manage to get Catalyst off, so that's something for my benefit.
Yep.
So let's do this. I'll re-roll that one in a bit, if you mind. There we go. 31 5-ups, starting. All right, so after counting all those out, I saved 9. All right, so my second group of Catalyst 5-ups being 22 dice. Being of which...
I think I got the unit.
I think you got the unit. Because 1, 2,
9 left.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's more than 9 dice.
Yeah.
That's the rest of the unit.
Fragstorm.
Ow. Just ow. That is the meanest of flamers.
Or
Well, quote, flamer. All right, so after that beautiful amount of shooting from Tom, I have no more Genestealers left, and I've decided I'm going to charge with my Broodlord as he is 9 inches away, and that rain of hellfire is an 8-inch weapon.
Yep.
So, your Overwatch, sir?
8 shots from the shell end of it, looking for 6s to hit, re-rolling because the nearby Watchmasters re-roll all. One. Just one.
Just one?
Yep. And you are within 12-inch range, so strength 9. So I'm looking for 3 to wound.
All right.
3 to wound. Wounded. AP is minus, 3.
5-up invul. Made it.
Okay.
And his charge.
That'd be way less than 9.
Go for it.
A 5.
A 5. What kind of Kraken things can I have that makes it better? Look through the book. There's literally nothing I can do other than hoping to spend a command point and get a 6 on this dice, which probably won't happen, but here we go.
A 3.
Nope, it's a 3. Well, I mean, technically I got a 6.
Yeah, that's actually technically fair enough.
I should have been more specific with my request to the dice gods. At the end of my turn, I get Secure Objective 5. I managed to get Supremacy, and I did not get Witch Hunter. So that'll be +1 plus D3, which, here we go, which is going to be a 3.
Bring up to 6 to -0.
Yep. And then that's it for me on Tom's turn. He, in fact, got...
No, I did not.
You did not get no prisoners?
Reading it again. If an enemy unit was destroyed during your turn.
Oh.
It's not my turn. I did destroy a unit, but... And it's not turn 1 still, so no first strike.
All right. So Yep, it's still 6-0. On to Tom's turn 2.
Okay, the veteran squad suffered 4 casualties this turn. I do not have my Terminator or my Sergeant left, so their leadership 8 with 4 casualties brings it down to a 4 or below is what I'm looking for. But I am Space Marine, so I can reroll this for free. And rerolling it for free. And that's it.
You're good.
Okay, for a movement for turn 2 for the DeathWatch, continue to move this squad over, getting to support the middle. Moved forward with my entire remaining character cadre and the remaining veterans to hopefully take him out of the fight. And over here, this squad repositioned slightly to see through the windows to get some shots into those neophytes over there. And in Mike's backline, because he left a convenient opening right there, my Terminators have arrived 9 inches away from the tank, 9 inches away from the sniper, and 9 inches away from the back of his neophytes. Getting ready to do as much damage as possible before they inevitably get gunned down themselves.
Yeah. Well.
So, that being done, into the end of the movement phase, trying to get a guy back on a 4-up, my Primaris Apothecary, trying to bring a dude back. Primaris Apothecary, he failed. So he can't do anything else for the rest of the turn. That's the end of the movement. You know what? I'm going to spend a command point. I got 5. Alright, cool. He does bring a guy back.
And he can do things.
Alright, so my Terminator coming back, and he's being put up front. With that being done, that's it for the movement phase related things. On to the psychic phase, where I'm going to go ahead and
Think about it.
think about it for the moment. He can cast 2 powers. He's going to go ahead and cast Veil of Time on my Warlord.
All right.
So, which I think I will get.
With a
9.
9? Yeah, you
Well,
better.
-1 because I've been within your
Ah, true.
Veil of Time. Until the start of my next psychic phase, I can reroll charge, advance, and I always fight first in the fight phase.
Boy, I could have used one of those.
So he will be able to reroll charges if it comes to the point where he needs to make that charge.
Fair enough.
All right, with that being done, I'm going to try Smite
All right.
with second power, which
With
a
a-
total of 6 because -1 for your Shadow of the Warp.
Yep. I'm going to... Oh, I have at least 2 units in range. I could have attempted to deny your first one.
Correct.
Because you already rolled for the second one, would you allow me to attempt to deny your first one? I have to get above an 8 or a 9.
Above an 8. You need to roll a 9 or above
Okay.
because I got an 8.
All right, so attempting to deny the first one. That's a 4, so no.
I wish you did that one for the Smite,
And attempting to deny the smite.
which you did super deny.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, with that being done, onto the shooting phase, where I think I am going to start off with just trying to get rid of this.
Fair enough.
Shooting the frag storms first. That is going to be... Oh, before I do that, I want to pop a couple stratagems.
All right.
The first one is going to be, I think, a 2-point stratagem that allows me to change my tactic. I'm switching from the troop-related one to the HQ Hunter.
Ah.
Double quick checking for the stratagem. It is called Adaptive Tactics, and if I actually have my Warlord be a Watchmaster, which he is, it only costs 1 to switch my tactic. And the name of the tactic is Protagonistus Tactic. I'm hunting the protagonists of your faction.
Facus Latinus.
So I get to reroll wound rolls of 1. So it's firing the frag cannons at him at the good profile. So 8d6 number of shots. So there's 10, 24.
24. Not quite as good as 31, but you can see it from there. Are you going to spend a command point to re-roll one of those ones?
No. Okay, and that's going to be a total of 24 shots that automatically hit. Looking for 3s to wound because he's only T5. And because I switched my doctrine, or not my doctrine, my tactic, I get to reroll 1s to wound, but there is only 1 1. And
I thought you had at least one more. Oh, well.
only 1 1 and 5 2s. So out of 24, I failed 9, so take 19 wounds.
All right, so rolling 19 dice, hoping to get about 19 5-ups. Let's see if that actually happens. One was attached to my hand.
I think you got 5.
I think I got 5. Well, I'm going to pull him now. He's dead.
Next up is going to be this unit of intercessors. They have enough view through the window to get 5 to shoot through at that group of neophyte acolytes or whatever. So
Neophyte hybrids.
Hybrids. They're going to be using Hellfire rounds for this particular shooting, and they're going to be looking for 3s to hit. 5 shots. Oh, I'll take an all hit. And because I'm using Hellfire rounds, I am wounding on 2s. All wound. No,
Okay.
no AP.
Wait.
4 wounds. 4 wounds. AP -1 for the default weapon. That's about it.
All right, actually pretty sure that's a 6-up. Let me go look. All right, so with cover, that's going to be 4 5-ups. Of which I make 1. Good job, guys.
Up next, this unit's going to go ahead and activate. I'm going to fire the plasma incinerator first, but the others are going to be using Kraken bolts, which increase their range by 6, so they'll be in range for rapid fire. It also gives them +1 EP.
Oh, nice.
Okay, firing the Assault Plasma Incinerator. It's Assault 2, 24-inch range, so 2 shots, looking for 3s to hit. I will not supercharge. Both hit. Strength 7, so I'm still wounding on 2s. Both wound, EP -3 on this.
Oh, well, that's just some 2 dead.
Yep. Okay, 10 shots coming from the other 5 remaining intercessors, firing their Kraken rounds, looking for 3s to hit. 4, 5. And looking for 3s to wound, because strength 4. 3 wounds with EP -2.
Cool. With the building there, that's going to be 3 6-ups. Of which dead, and dead.
So you have 5 guys left at the moment. So you're either going to lose one of your heavy weapons or your sergeant.
All right, I'll probably lose my sergeant. Not like they have a grand difference in their leadership.
It's usually 1 higher.
Yep.
All right, out of all my characters, only the Watchmaster is in range. He's going to fire his Guardian Spear, and he's going to use Kraken ammo because it counts as a bolt weapon, which increases his range enough to be within rapid fire. So he's got 2 shots, looking for 2s to hit. He's nearby himself, so reroll all. Both successfully hit, wounding on 3s.
No.
Nope. And I switched to the thing that allowed me to reroll ones. Oh well, so that's it for shooting over here. Jumping into shooting back there. I'm going to go ahead and fire all of the Storm Bolters at this guy. And I think I'm going to do it in the Kraken as well. Yeah, Kraken, so they'll all get to rapid fire and have AP -1.
All right.
The Assault Cannon, I think, is going to go ahead and fire through the window at these 2 to try to finish that squad off. And the missile part of the Cyclone missile launcher is going to fire its crack mode at the tank to try to shave some wounds off.
Fair enough.
All right, firing in with their Kraken ammo to get that AP bonus. I would use the other one, but then they wouldn't be in rapid fire range because it reduces it by a lot. So looking for 3s to hit with these guys, going against the Sanctus. 1, 7, 8.
He only has 4 wounds.
Yep. And looking for 3s to wound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was not a good roll. I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good either.
All right, so it's going to be 5 4-ups because of Tom's AP -1 and the special rule for the Sanctus, meaning it gets basically it's 2 bonus to its cover from being in cover as opposed to 1. So basically getting to a 4 because his normal save is a 5. And I made 3, so he is still up.
Yep.
4 shots with the assault cannon going into the remaining 2 guys from that one squad. Looking for 3s to hit. 3s to wound. AP -1, so just your normal save.
Yep. 2 5-ups.
But you made both.
I made both. I mean, they're going to run from morale, but...
Cyclone missile launcher now firing its 2 crack missiles into the tank. It is going to be heavy 2, so I'm going to be looking for 4s to hit. 2 3s, so nothing.
All right, and that should be it for everything shooting.
And that is it for everything shooting. Onto the charge phase. I am declaring a charge with the Terminators into the 1 Neophyte Hybrid Squad, the not the Astropath, the Magos, and the Sanctus.
Fair enough. All right, so firing in for Overwatch. I'm starting the Overwatch with the Neophyte Hybrids right here. I've got a total of 9 shots from their auto guns from just different ranges, and I'll start with those. So the 9 shots hitting on 6s for not a single one. All right, good start.
You're not really counting on the auto guns to do much.
No, I wasn't, but I would have loved them to do something. The 1 mining laser I would be shooting with both, but one doesn't have line of sight. So, firing off the mining laser, hitting on a 6. Nope. Firing off the Sanctus sniper rifle, hitting on a 6. Nope. The Magos, I have to check to see if he has got like a pistol.
He's got an auto pistol or a las pistol.
I don't think he's got it in range then.
12-inch range.
Screw it. We'll throw it anyway. It wasn't a 6. All right, your charge.
Oh!
No, that's a 3.
Okay, checking through my stratagems and whatnot, there is nothing that will help me get this charge. I could spend a command point and reroll the 1, but even with that, I would get a max of 8, which is not enough to make it. So it is just going to be a failed charge. It will.
So for the Neophyte Hybrids to do their morale, their standard leadership is 7. They lost 8 units. Oh, so they actually just flee.
They're within 6 inches of the Magos, which gives them his leadership of 8.
Oh, sweet.
They lost 8, so you lose D6 more unless you spend a command point. Spend 2 command points.
I might just lose 1.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, that doesn't really affect me at all, but
No. I lose 2 guns, but it was meh. Oh, well.
all right,
At the end of your turn.
I assassinated 1 character. I killed 1 unit. Technically 2 because 1 fled. And I finished my long vigil on the point.
I'm getting you 5 points
Yep.
up to my 6. You're catching up. All right, so at the beginning of my turn, I spent 2 command points. I've got 2 left. The stratagem I use them on is called reprioritization, which is a stratagem just for the, not this game mode, but the flavor of the game mode we're using.
Having a hand of cards.
For the having a hand of cards, which basically mean I threw out 2 cards into a discard and then drew 2 new cards to my hand, which, because most of the cards I had weren't great. And I got No Prisoners and Assassinate as the 2 cards I pulled. So I should hopefully maybe do something with that.
Yeah.
Outside of that, on to movement. All right, so Genestealer Cult turn 3 now for movement. I had my tank just kind of slightly shift and move about a total of 3 inches, so still within its half move to fire twice. Just getting a better cosmetic angle on that group there. Everyone over here on the outside of the building shifted to just provide a secure bubble around the Magos. The 3 in the building just got line of sight and out through the windows. I can speak. The Sanctus, at the beginning of the movement phase, I spent 1 command point, rolled a D3, and got 3 health back from him, so he's back up to full. And then everyone in this group over here just got sight through the windows, so they are able to fire down into the Terminators as well. So with movement out of the way, onto Psychic Powers to cast, where I'm going to throw 1 Smite, and I'm going to pop a Familiar to be able to throw a Mind Control at this group as well. I'm going to start with the Smite, though. So, Smite, standard 5 to 11, which 3 and 9, so D3. You are absolutely within range to attempt to deny.
I'll let the D3 go.
All right. D3 mortal wound. Should have started with the other one.
Yes.
Should have started with the other one.
Because if you do 2, I'm killing the one guy that's in range.
Damn it. All right, well, it's D3. All right, cool. I will not be spending another point. I don't know when I actually pop my Familiar or if I've already done it by saying it. Let me go read that. All right, so good news and bad news. Good news is that Smite killed a unit. Bad news is that a model, not a unit, a model. Bad news is that I won't be able to spend or sacrifice a Familiar to cast a second Psychic Power because everything's out of range now. So with Psychic out of the way, on to shooting, where I'm going to start with actually my Sanctus, firing his 1 shot over at Tom's Psyker. So he's going to be hitting on a 2 because he counts as infantry, and
He's from your
he's
clan.
from my culture thing. So 1 shot, hitting on a 2. Hits. Wounds on a 4. 6s matter. That's a 2.
That is a 2.
I'm going to spend my last command point.
You got 2, but so you have 1 left over.
No, I spent 1 on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I spent 2, then spent 1. That was my last command point.
That's right.
3. All right, well, poop.
Still didn't land.
Still didn't wound.
Surprised the sniper doesn't have like always wound on 2 ups.
I know, it's because he's, I guess, better at... Yeah, I don't have a reason. And I just don't. So I guess moving on to the tank, firing 2 shots, or 2d6 number of shots. Basically firing every single weapon at this group.
Okay. There you go.
Starting with his battle cannon, 2d6 number of shots, because he moved half range. 8 shots. So 8 shots, hitting on 4s.
5.
For 5. And then wounding on 2, probably 2s.
Yeah.
And that's everything.
Okay. The one guy that is wounded has a 5-up invul, so 5-up invul or 4-up armor, doesn't matter. He dies, he had 1 left. Storm Shield guy, 1 at a time. 3-up
Alright.
save. Made it. 3-up save. Made it. 3-up save. Failed. Command point. Failed. Alright, 2 damage. Because if you do 1, you might survive.
D.
He took 6, so he's dead.
Yep, he's dead.
And then 5-up, 4-up armor or 5-up invul. 4-up armor again. Whatever, the remaining guy. Which also fails. Do d6 damage.
D6. 1.
1, so he'll live.
Alright, the 1 las cannon going in next. Hitting on a 4. Hits. Wounding on a 2. Wounds.
5-up invul. Hitting on a 5, by the way.
Hitting on a 5?
You moved. It's not the turret weapon.
You're correct. I was hitting on a 5. I rolled a 6, though,
Yeah.
to hit.
5-up invul failed, so it kills the guy with 1 wound missing.
Alright, cool. Then the 2 multi-multis. Alright, multi-multis are going in next. It's going to be 2 shots, hitting on 5s, because he moved, for none. And I'm out of command points. Alright, and the last gun from the tank going in to, once again, the same target, is 4 shots from my Stormbolter, hitting on 4s for 3, and then wounding on 4s for 1.
Finally something without AP -2 or higher, so a 2-up save.
You made it.
Yay.
This group is then going to go next, firing all of its shots down at the Terminators. It's going to be firing its auto guns first, which is going to be 8 shots, hitting on 4s for 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. They're going to be re-rolling 1s because of the Primus nearby for 1 more. And this is going to be wounding on 4s for 3.
3 2-up saves.
Made them all. All right, next up is going to be the mining lasers. They're going to be hitting on 4s for 1 hit, 1 miss. They're going to be wounding on
2.
They're going to be wounding on a 2 for a 1. Doesn't get it. And I don't reroll 1s to wound.
Yeah.
So next, or lastly in this direction, is going to be the Primus himself firing in. All right, so after looking at ranges, I actually cannot fire with my Primus, so moving on to this group, and I'm going to be starting with the mining lasers. So 2 shots hitting on 4s for both hit, wounding on 2s for 1 hit, 1 miss. Alrighty then.
5-up invul or 5-up armor, doesn't matter. Went through.
Got it. And then D3 damage for 3.
Yep. Remove the guy with the missile pods.
With the missile pods?
Yep.
Boop. Alright, and then the rest of the 8 shots going in to him. So 8 shots hitting on 4s from the auto guns. I didn't even check for the ones that are in, that I know for a fact are in
Rapid fire.
rapid fire. All right, so unfortunately we managed to, or not managed, but lost the last section of recording that finished off the shooting phase and the rest of this turn.
Yep.
Because of technical errors.
Mainly the thing ran out of storage, even though it had 80+ gigabytes available.
Shenanigans occurred. So as a quick recap, I had 4 more shots, getting me up to a total of 12 shots with the auto guns. Fired everything. Maybe did like 3 successful wounds, and then you saved everything.
Yeah, saved him with 2-ups. And then we went on to morale step, where...
He was fine.
Yeah. Having
So-
a leadership of 9 with 4 remaining because of casualties, and then passing it because, you know.
Yeah, and then just forgetting whether or not it showed up in the last clip. The other one died via mining lasers.
Yeah, that was before, though.
Yeah. So that is the end of my turn 3, on to Tom's turn 3. And he got... No, he didn't get any. I did not get any of my objectives.
Yep.
So, on to Tom's turn 3.
Okay, going into turn 3 for DeathWatch. For my 5 cards that I had in my hand, I'm going to have 2 DeathWatch specific ones. Number 14, which is Crippling Blow. Score 1 victory point if a character was destroyed during your turn. If 2 or more characters were destroyed during your turn, score D3 instead.
All right.
And then number 13, which is Kill Team Strike. Score 1 victory point if at least one unit was destroyed during your turn. If the last model in that one unit was slain by a veteran or intercessor, score D3 points instead.
Okay, well, you're going to win.
And then my last one I'm going to take is Secure Objective 2.
Which is, like...
All the way over there.
all the way on my side, yep.
Yeah. I'm mainly putting that one down so I can discard it.
Yeah, it's right over there.
Alright, turn 3, movement for DeathWatch. Intercessors move 6 inches forward. Getting ready to get some shots downfield. Over here, advanced the veteran squad. The first roll I got was a 1, which wasn't enough to get him comfortably into range, so I spent a command point. I only needed like a 2 to do it, so
Yeah.
kind of a waste of command point, but now, for sure, all of them are going to be in range for their assault flamers.
Oh.
The rest of my heroes all move their standard movement up. Getting this, just to, as a note, the Psyker is now closer to the Sanctus than he is to the other squad.
Fair enough.
And over here, the Intercessors moved out of the cover, getting in range to get some shots into the back of the tank. And the sole remaining Terminator moved so he's closer to the Sanctus than the tank, just to get some shots in if he doesn't go down to Psychic.
Fair enough.
Speaking of which, onto the Psychic phase. I'm going to go ahead and first cast Veil of Time on the unit filled with the Angry Flamers.
All right.
That is enough to get it.
I will attempt to deny.
You need a 9 or better.
It is not a 9 or better.
Okay. Until the start of my next turn, they can reroll advances, charges, and if they are in fight, they always fight first. Unless you have a roll that's the same, in which case we go back.
Yeah.
And then he's going to go ahead and smite the Sanctus for a 9.
All right. Now, before I attempt to deny that, I want to see if I can with his special rule. All right. So, after looking up Spiritual Leader, the rule, because the Sanctus is being targeted, I get to, and he is within 6 inches of the Magus, I get to basically roll Deny the Witch from the Sanctus.
Yep.
So, I need a 10 or better. I got a 7 again.
All right.
Your smite, sir.
D3 mortal wounds for 3.
Ugh. He's got 1 wound left.
Nice. Which will be the end of my Psychic phase. Going into the shooting phase, I'm going to start off by Angry Flamer Squad going first.
There's essentially nothing I can do.
Yep. And they're just going to go ahead and dump all their shots into that. This is an assault weapon, so it ignores assault or advancing stuff.
Isn't it -1 for advancing?
Automatic hitting weapon.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yep.
All right, how many shots do you get?
8d6. That is 10, 26. All right, that's 28 shots that automatically hit because it's flamers.
Yep.
And looking for 3s to wound because strength 5 versus 2s to wound, strength 6.
Oh. Oh, no.
5 failed. Oh, 6 failed wounds.
Tough 4.
You're tough 3.
Oh. Oh, no.
Yeah. Your Genestealer Cult, you're tough 3. You're guardsman and different flavor.
Right. Yeah.
So I failed 6, so that means that's 20 wounds with AP -1.
Got it. All right. Just a moment. Just give me a second. They're not all 6. I rolled 1 6.
Ouch. 19.
All right, well, everyone's dead.
All right. I succeed in Kill Team Strike, and I killed it with a veteran squad.
You did.
So I'll be getting D3 victory points from that.
All right.
Okay, up next is going to be my Terminator Sergeant, the sole survivor of that unit. And he's going to go try to get a little bit of revenge onto the Sanctus, even though he really didn't do anything. He's going to fire his gun with Hellfire rounds, because he's going to be wounding on 2s with them. He's going to be looking for 3s. He is in rapid fire range. Not good. Only need 1, though. 2 to wound. 1
Wounds.
You have a 5 up
AP.
save.
All right. I have a 5 up save.
Which you made.
I made.
I should have used the other one, which gave me AP -2 on it.
The Hellfire rounds?
No, Apocalypse rounds or something like that.
Oh, God.
It reduces his range by 6, but increases the AP by 2.
Yeah, that would have done it. It would have been no save.
The problem being is I would need to be wounding on a 3 or 4. I just wanted to guarantee more wounds. But then I rolled poopy on the number of shots.
Yeah.
Well, luckily, there's
You
a bunch
have
of characters
A
here.
cadre of characters in ranged pistols and other fun.
Yeah, so they're going to try to finish where he failed. 24, he is in range for rapid fire.
You're going to pick him up.
All right, I'm going to do these one at a time. My Librarian with a bolt pistol.
All right.
He's going to fire increasing his AP by 1 shell. Looking for a 3 to hit. Rerolling all to hit because he's nearby the Chapter Master, not whatever it's called, Watch Master. Successfully hit. Looking for a 3 to wound because you're only T3. Failed wound. You're not a HQ for the reroll.
Nope.
Firing his 12-inch range pistol. Once again, looking for a 3 to hit. Rerolling all because of the Watchmaster. 1 to a 1. All right.
All right, last guy. He's not going to shoot anything else.
True. He's going to take the AP -1 bolt. Just so to counter your thing by a little bit. So he's got 2 shots.
Well, I mean, he's not in cover, is he? Because he's not in.
That's fair
yeah,
enough.
he's not in cover. You go for Apocalypse, and I just won't get a save.
Firing his 2 shots with Kraken rounds, and it's going to be looking for 2s to hit, rerolling to hit. Both hit. 3s to wound. Both
No
wound,
save.
And with Kraken round giving additional AP -1 to something that's already AP -1, that is enough to finish him off.
Oh, no,
You're
six up invul.
Yep, for 2.
6 up invul. Almost forgot. No, he did.
You saved 1.
I did.
Yeah.
All right, and that's all of your characters firing in.
Yep. We're going to go to each of the intercessor squads one at a time. This squad is going to go ahead and activate first. It's going to fire its bolt rifles at that squad over there. They're not in rapid fire range, but I'm going to take Kraken to get that AP -1 extra added on. Looking for 3s to hit. They're nowhere near the Chapter Master or Watchmaster, so 3 hits. And looking for 3s to wound. 2 wounds with AP -2.
All right.
Because their guns have built in -1.
5 + 1.
Effectively AP
Yeah. So, 2 6-ups. 2 dead.
Yep, up next is going to be this squad doing the same thing, except they are in range for the plasma into the back of that. Starting off with the auto bolt guns, once again doing Kraken. Because the other one doesn't matter, because you're not, you're a vehicle.
Yep.
So looking for 3s to hit, 4 hits, 5s to wound, 2 wounds with AP -2.
And 2.
He's a 3 base.
3 base. That'll be 2 5-ups. 4 made, 1 failed, 1.
1 damage. And then the assault plasma, looking for 3s to hit, not supercharged. 2 successful hits. Strength 7, so I'm looking for 4s to wound. Nothing.
All right.
Alright, that finishes off my shooting. The last thing that's going to happen is my sole remaining Terminator Sergeant is declaring a charge into the Magos.
Fair enough. 12 inches away has to be.
Yep.
So my 1 pistol shot, it didn't make it.
Charge distance is a 7. Okay, 7 is just shy of being within 1 inch, so re-rolling the 3, hoping for a 4 or higher. I got 2. Nope.
So-
Okay, nope. The Magos gets to live.
Yay! Sure you don't want to charge with anyone else?
No one else can make the charge.
Yeah. Alright, so that is the end of your turn. I don't have to worry about morale because of the absolute death storm that is your frag flamers over here.
Yep. At the end, I'm discarding secure objective 2. I did successfully kill a unit with a veteran squad, so I get D3. Succeeded. And I killed 1 character for 1 more. If I had gotten 2, it would have been D3.
Yep.
So I got a total of 3 victory points there.
Bringing you up to 8.
So you're 6.
And at this point, while I'm pretty confident that I might be able to kill that grouping there, I don't think I've got the ability, well, especially with the cards in my hand, I don't think I've got the ability to outpoint you at this point in the game.
It is the start of turn 4, so there's still at least this turn and next turn.
Yeah. All right, so you may have noticed there's no pan. That is because after much deliberation and kind of planning back and forth...
Hold on, I have to do this. He said deliberation right.
Screw you.
That's,
You're
that's the first time
you're correct.
that you haven't said it wrong.
Fine. After much dilapidation, stares at Tom. All right. After much deliberation, I've kind of decided Tom has already won by points. Just going by the cards I have out, the only thing I can get right now is no prisoners. if I manage to kill that group right there with the tank.
Mm-hmm.
And that's basically all I'm really can kill this turn, except for maybe the Terminator with the mining lasers over here.
Because in the psychic phase, he can't do enough damage to clear away to get a shot at any of the characters, because even if he kills this whole unit with a psychic, like, great psychic rolls.
Absolutely, just fantastic psychic
He's
rolls.
still right there to deny shooting.
Yep, so even if I throw a smite that way, throw a mind control at one of the characters to attack the other characters.
And going with, I don't deny any of it.
And you somehow don't deny any of it, and it all goes off nice. It's not going to be enough, like, oomph behind it that I believe that I can actually kill his Psyker.
And get all the points he needs to catch up.
Get all the points I need to catch up and get more cards.
Yeah.
And I can tell you right now, my deck is awful, and...
Yeah, looking at the cards that I drew, I have pretty much guaranteed 5 more victory points, or 4 plus D3, depending on spacing, because I drew Secure Objective 1, Secure Objective 5, which I can easily move one of my many different units. So Secure Objective 6 was in my hand, and Secure Objective 4.
Yeah. Then he also has
Area
Area
Denial,
Denial, which
is either one
kill
or,
one thing.
Yeah, 1 or D3. Because at the moment I have the 1 if I put it down.
Yeah.
So, and Mike wouldn't have known about that, but I was like, he was on the fence of whether or not to call GG when we got to the end of the turn, and I was like, this might affect your decision.
Here, this might do this.
So,
like, to me, Tom has already won by points because he's running 8 to my 6, and I just don't have the ability at this point that I believe to get more points, so I'm calling GG there. It was a good game.
I think if there was perfect rolls for you and...
Oh, if there was perfect rolls, I could do it. But let's be honest.
Perfect rolls and not great rolls from me, because it's possible, but it's not very likely at this point.
Yeah, so good game. Those are absolutely terrifying. Those are flatly horrific.
Yeah, those are really good guns. They just have a very short range.
And can only be taken by certain models.
In one faction.
In one faction. Oof. Oh, just 2d6 flamers.
That are strength 6, AP minus 1 damage.
Yeah, that's... Oof, owie, my bones. All of it. All of the bones. So anyway, hope everyone enjoyed, and have a good one.